What have you tried to work on this year with just trying to earn your spot here?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. J.K. has been such a person to me and coach along the way, developing a slider and keeping the changeup going and having 4 pitches to throw for strikes. I think is a huge thing for me because I'm not going to throw 97 miles an hour. I got to throw strikes and go in and out and up and down. And I think that's kind of my game, and he's really helped me develop that in a huge way. So I'm very grateful to him and everything that he's done for me. So absolutely, yeah. I think right now it's fastball, curve, slider, and change. And most days I can put them all there for strikes, which is huge. And slider's kind of an 0-2 pitch to be able to have a wipeout pitch, and that's a big thing.
Jason really likes the change, I guess. Just kind of as a pitcher, I don't know how much you threw it previously, but is that something you got to trust and just kind of?
Right, absolutely. That's a big thing with a changeup is just throw it like your fastball, and trust it because Jay says it a lot in this league. This league is not a changeup league at all. Not a lot of pitchers have changeups, those types of things. So having a staff with 7, 8 guys who have a consistent changeup is a huge thing. Coming out of a lefty's hand or a righty's hand can be a big thing to have success in each game.
What is it about Jason Kelly who's really brought out the best in your pitching? What has he kind of changed and worked with you on?
I don't know if he's changed anything. I think part of it is just kind of the person he is. He's a funny guy. I'm sure you guys know that. He's a great person, but he's really, he's gotten to know each and every one of us as a pitcher and as a person. And I think, that goes a long way when you're trying to connect, with people, especially pitchers. It's such a mental game in baseball that being able to connect in a non-baseball type of way is a huge thing. And I think he's done that for each and every one of us as pitchers.
What is your mental preparation?
It's kind of funny. I really just go out there and throw the ball. I still, act like a kid out there, like I'm playing t-ball, and just go out there and throw it and hope for the best, I guess.
And obviously he was talking about exercise and stuff that you guys do.
Yes.
Just touch on that.
Yeah, so that's a huge thing. This year is the first time I've done anything like that. Coming together as a team, like Cade was saying, circle breathing, all these types of things, being vulnerable with each other. I think that was a huge thing with us bonding in the beginning of the season, and so I think it's going to go a long way and throughout the entire season. So.
A lot like the offense, doesn't sound like there's a specific role peg for each pitcher kind of heading into the season. What's that been like, I guess, kind of adjusting?
Yeah, it's different, than I guess any kind of SEC kind of mentality. There might not be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday guy, which is, completely different than anybody's ever seen before. But I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. Use 6, 7 pitchers in a game, bring back 2 of them the next day. Who knows what's going to happen. So I think it's going to be an interesting type of deal. But
How do you prepare yourself for that?
I think just be ready to do anything. Start, close, middle relief, long relief, whatever it may be. Just be ready to do anything. And a lot of guys have been in different spots in the fall and leading up these past 2 weeks. We've put them in different places and types of things. So I think it's a really good deal.
Is J.K. having conversations with you all to kind of expect this role, or is it really wide open?
I think right now it's still kind of wide open. There's certain guys that it's coming down to, but it's still 5 or 6 guys that are legitimate guys who could start, and everybody's going to have a role without a doubt. Yeah.
One of the things about Jay Johnson that is impressive is like the individual plan that he has for all his players. Do you think Jason was similar in the approach with y'all?
Definitely. He's got a plan for each and every one of us. It may not be a starter or relief or that type of thing, that type of plan, but as a throwing plan goes, as keeping your arm healthy and those types of things, he's got a specific plan laid out for each of us. Definitely.
Yeah. Could you expand on that maybe just a little bit? Because I know like past years, pitchers have kind of had some tough times with injuries here.
Yeah.
Just what about this offseason allowed y'all to stay so healthy?
I think it's part of the plan. He's had a very tedious, detailed, that word, plan for each of us, whether it's, the certain amount of feet, how often you throw, how many times a week. I think this may have been the fall with the least injuries in LSU baseball, which is huge. So I think that plan goes a long way, absolutely.
An unnamed pitcher told me, he said it's just different. He said the expectations are just as high, but the pressure isn't as great.
Bingo. Absolutely. I loved AD and I love JK. Both the same. They're both wonderful people, but I think That's right. The pressure is completely different. You know, everybody's playing loose, playing like you're a kid again. Just go out there and have fun. But we still have a job to do, and I think everybody knows that. But everybody's shoulders are everybody's letting loose a little bit.
And that's not to say there's no accountability, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know. Right. Well, there's always accountability in baseball. Baseball is a game of failure, right? I know that. But hey, come on, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I'm just kidding. Baseball is a game of failure, and you know everybody's going to be accountable. But you know, being able to be together as a team and have your coaches behind you the entire way is a huge thing. And I think that this whole coaching staff has done that for us.
Jay has a reputation for electrifying offenses, as I guess what people have been saying. And like, you're facing these batters and all these different scrimmages. Who's impressed you at the plate? Who's kind of gotten better this year?
Cade's raising his hand in the back there. Absolutely, Cade Doty has been one of the most impressive, along with, you know, there's so many guys, Cruz, Barry, all these guys, Joe Bear, Gio, all these guys have so many countless hits. And, you know what, the thing I think about is I'm facing the best offense in the SEC every day. And so I think that's a huge thing for pitchers, the whole staff, for us to be able to compete against those guys is an absolute treat. So it helps us, you know, improve and get better every day.
What's difficult about pitching against a guy like Jacob Berry who can switch it?
That's tough. I've faced him a couple times. He's gotten a few hits off of me, definitely. But being able to go back and forth from each side of the plate, it's kind of hard to stop, right? So you can't change up. If you have a good changeup, he's just going to go to the opposite side of the plate. So what are you going to do, right? So he's just a great all-around hitter, along with a lot of our guys.
What seemed to be admirable about you is you just laughed off the beginning of the year last year, that experiment, the whole you just kind of said, oh, well, you know, it happened.
I knew it was coming. Knew that question was coming. But yeah, last year was a learning experience, definitely. That's kind of one of my favorite quotes is baseball is humbling. Baseball is a game of failure, right? So if you don't learn from your failure, then you'll never succeed. So I kind of just laughed it off and got right back on the bump a few weeks later at UL and kind of rolled with it. So
Yeah, just the way you pitched after that. I mean, it seemed
Right.
like you just, you know, took your opportunity and made the most of it.
yes, sir, absolutely. That was kind of my mentality of it. Just kind of let it roll off and on to the next thing.
What have you seen out of McHale? Coach really complimented him.
Yeah, Mikhail is a great friend of mine, and he's an awesome pitcher, awesome person, and he's just been dominating this fall and these past 2 weeks against pitchers with some incredible stuff. He's got a two-seam now that he can throw for strikes, and he's just been dominating our hitters and really doing some great things.
As his teammates, did you guys kind of feel like, hey, he needs us, you know, after what he's been through and
Yeah.
everything in the offseason to come
Right.
back?
Absolutely, and I was the happiest person when he came back. It was a treat to have him back. He's such a great person, and I think as a staff and as a team, we all got behind him to help him through whatever he needed, you know, whatever it may be. As a team, we were all there for him, and I think that was a huge part of it. Yeah.
And he still is listed at 150. How does that guy do that?
I don't know, man. He's skinny. He is like he can lift weights like I've never seen before. He deadlifts more than anybody I've seen. For his size, it's crazy. So he's got a heart of a champion.
How would you describe your role on this team?
I honestly can't tell you yet because I don't know what it's going to be. Whatever it is, though, I'm going to go out there with a full heart and clear eyes. I couldn't finish the quote. What is it? Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. That's right. Woo! But yeah, and so I think it's going to
His role is class clown.
class. I am not the class clown, but I think it's going to be a great season. I'm looking forward to every part of it. So, all right.
We're going